Hello again. It's Anastasia, your master coach, author, and the driving force behind Eco-Being training. Today, we dive deeper into the role of art in mitigating the climate crisis. If you missed my previous video on art's role in raising awareness, please click on the link to catch up. Now, let's broaden our horizons and uncover the diverse roles art can play beyond just raising awareness. Many art endeavors foster dialogue between various sectors to create extended networks amongst artists, scientists, and society. This synergy often promotes interdisciplinary practices. Witness the magic that unfolds when science and art intertwine. Thijs Biersterker, whom we discussed earlier, crafts installations that let nature narrate its story itself.
And to make this understandable, to help us imagine, me and the team, we made a slice of rainforest that can disappear right in front of your eyes. Here you can see how the leaves turn transparent and back. Now, every leaf that you can see here disappearing, it marks the loss of 128 square meters of rainforest being cut down right now. Being cut down in places where we do not have eyes to see. But now, in this way, people all over the world can see.
So art can make science communicate, can make it resonate, can make it accessible, understandable, but especially personal. Perhaps the essence of art does not lie in its volume, but in its intimacy. It's about those subtle tales, the nuanced moments that kindle connection. It's less about confronting hard facts and more about nurturing reflections and sparking a ray of hope. New dialects to discuss climate change and fostering innovative ways to connect with our world. Art often serves as a metaphorical bridge, linking us to nature and igniting our drive to act. But it also grounds the autonomy of interpretation and action. Take, for instance, the visionary Hayao Miyazaki, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, from 1984. Miyazaki, through most of his creations, touches upon humanity's impact on nature, yet always leaves us with a hopeful note.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Don't be frightened. I'm not your enemy. I'm so sorry. Is there any way you can forgive us? We've treated you so badly.
Art, in its inspirational avatar, can transcend boundaries, touching souls regardless of their backgrounds. It seems to me that it's very important nowadays that everyone can participate in solving environmental problems. We often feel excluded from the common narrative because we hear scientific data that we can't fully understand. We see many frightening scenes, blaming and demands. Yet we don't fully understand what to do or what the 1.5% warming or the glaciers melting in the distance have to do with us. Art has the unique ability to bring these grand challenges down to a personal scale, quietly resonating with our deepest sentiments and inviting us to join its cause. However, will it close the gap between knowledge and action? Do we have time to whisper, or should we elevate our voices? How do we strike the perfect balance for eco-activism? As for me, I have a penchant for co-creation projects. Such collaborations between scientists, artists, and communities emphasize dialogue and holistic idea generation rather than just awareness. Let's indulge in some inspiring works that have touched my heart. Dive into Olafur Eliasson's The Curious Desert, a mesmerizing exhibition that sprawls across the deserts of northern Qatar.
Really important part of this project is also that it's collaborative. So this is the output of many people working together at the studio to curate this, to find all the content, to discuss it with Olafur.
Different people with different kind of backgrounds will relate to a different topic that's relevant to them.
And it's a space where we hope that no master narrative will grow. But we want loads of little stories and loads of neighborhoods of meaning that emerge when we put all these posts on the wall.
Olafur reflects, culture has an opportunity to go from just being aware to actually pushing people into feeling physically, tangibly, a co-pilot in this way of addressing what's going on. Art, in its co-creative form, becomes a canvas for collective brainstorming, challenging experts-only framings, and championing inclusive action. This approach mirrors with my coaching ethos. Instead of dictating, I curate an environment for self-reflection, enabling individuals to chart their unique paths. People inherently resist the barrage of do's and don'ts. I believe we all have the innate capability to discern our values and act upon them. This is where art's unique power lies, in blending knowledge, emotions, and moral judgment to foster collective learning amidst the looming climate threat. In my endeavors, I aspire to spotlight environmental and social sustainability, posing questions that spark collective introspection. Join our discourse, subscribe, and engage in these pivotal conversations. Together, our collective can achieve what seems impossible to do alone. It is an important opportunity to ask ourselves and one another, how can we work collaboratively across disciplines and geographic, cultural, and national borders, and in a manner that takes into account the needs of multiple generations and of all species, in order to navigate towards a safe and more just future. The climate crisis is a collective action problem. There is no one way to tackle it.
I'm glad you're okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Holding on to that glimmer of hope, I say goodbye for you now, encouraging each of us to act with optimism and hope. The pessimism of our analysis can be best overcome by the optimism of our action. So please actively participate in our discussions. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. See you soon.